This is really, really difficult. I'm going to have to try and break a line off here again. It is literally the only option I've got. Or break one off here. Ah, but I can't do that because of that bit. So I'll have to take it until it's underneath. So like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait, I can have that go up and over that one. And then underneath that one. God, it is like a proper labyrinth, this. And then I can have it go up and over that one. I think. Does that work? Does that go up and over? Or is that... If I build that like that, can I have a line? I can. So we'll have one like this. From there. And then from here, we'll have one like this. To there. And then from here, we'll have one like this. Albeit with a bit of a curve. To there. So they are the inroads. Okay, they're sorted. So now we need to break out the outroads. Oh, please work. Right, we can have that one go to there, like that. And then from there, can I connect it up to this track? If I can, I will celebrate. I will actually celebrate like you would not believe. Yes! Good. That's worked. Now can I bring this track underneath this line? Oh, you're joking. You are joking. That's annoying. Might have to break this one up. I can't. I could make this 2-track bit a bit shorter. That could work if I reduce this one. Oh look, got a little bit of track poking out there. So if I build, oops, not like that, from here, 1, 2, 3, like that, and then build it like that, and then stop it about there. Oh man, please work. I will cry if this doesn't work. So that goes to 2, and then we'll curve it this way a little bit as well, just so there's some room. And then that should be able to go down 1 to 3 like that, and then this one can come out, go down 2 or 3 to go underneath this track. And that one connects up, and then this one down 2, and then doesn't quite fit there, but if I bring it over this way, oh, phew. So that is all 4 of these now connected up. And again, I'm going to save the game so that it doesn't mess me up. Right, now I need to work out how many trains we're going to be having. So let me consult the line guide. So let's start with the emerald line. Apparently that needs 6, and the jade line also needs 6. So that means the first depot, which is going to be this one, needs 12 trains. And we're going to get big trains for this, because I imagine they're going to be running full. And we're going to take it up to 15, just to make sure that there's enough trains to go around. We're then going to select the emerald line. We're going to go into the stop list. We're going to delete all of these. We're going to start completely from scratch. So it's going to go this depot, this express. Wait. Why is it doing that? Don't tell me I put this on the wrong one. Comes out, joins up to that one. And that one is... oh man. Okay, can I fix this? I think I can. Yeah, I can run that under there. I'm not sure if I can connect it there, but I can certainly connect it up to there. There we go. Why is my game paused? Did I press pause by mistake? Must have done. Right, so that's going to run through there like that. It's then going to run onto... we're going to set up another waypoint. I'm just going to set it up there. It's going to have to run through this waypoint. So that should work. Seems to be. That's cool. This line breaks off into two, as you can see. It'll run into the express line there. We're now going to use the new underground platforms for this bit, I think. So it's going to run straight through. Is this going to be awkward? Yes, it's being awkward. What's wrong? That breaks off. Ah, because it breaks off the local line. Can I temporarily reduce this to 2 tracks? I could probably get away with that. Oh, really? Better let me put 4 back in then. Yes, it does. Okay. So I can't do that. In that case, we're going to stay at the top for this. Ah, that's a good idea. Is that not going to let me do it either? Nor is that one. Why is it doing this? Have I put these on the right tracks? Oh, that's the wrong station, that's why. Duh. Right. It's going to run straight through there, and then it's going to run into this platform here. The emerald line is now anti-clockwise. I don't know whether it was before, but it is now. It's then going to run out to this station, and then this station, and then that station. In fact, I think it was before, because these stops are all unused. And then that station, that one, all of these ones. The loop lines, city loop lines, seem to be quite popular, at least at most stations. And then it comes around here again to that station, and then it comes to that station, and then it stops at this platform, runs through. Why is it now doing that? Did I choose the wrong one? Yes, I chose the wrong one. Ah, that's going to be frustrating. So it's that one. That's the drop-off point. And then it's going to run... Actually, no. No. Get rid of that. It's going to run straight through this waypoint again, and it's going to return to that station, and only once it's finished there, it's going to run through this waypoint, which is using that new ugly looking loop. It's then going to run through this waypoint, again using the ugly loop. I think now though it has to use, yeah, it has to use the local line to get onto the express track here. But it then runs through this waypoint here, and then back to its depot here. How many trains does it need now? 10. So I'm guessing that the other line's going to need 10 as well, which means we need to buy, I think it's 7 more trains. Oh, I've forgotten what trains we had already. Did we have the really big ones? Sternberger Antelope. So yes. I think we need 7 to take that up to 22. Yep, awesome. So that's the emerald line reopened. Now we're going to do the jade line. So again, delete all of these. Stops there. Goes via this waypoint. Goes via this waypoint. Goes into this platform to load up. Oh no, no it doesn't. Sorry, it does not. Tell a lie. It goes straight through this one. Straight through this one. It then flips round and comes in on... goes through that waypoint. Again, it should go via the loop, and it does. Comes into this platform. And then it goes to this stop. And this stop. And this stop. This stop. This stop. Bus depot 8 now doesn't have enough vehicles. What on earth is going on with these bus stops? Right, to there, and then to there. And then to there. And you get the idea. Follows this round. Goes to that bit there. This bit here. And here. And then it goes straight through this one again. Goes back to here. And only once it's finished there will it go back via this waypoint and then back to that depot. And I really hope we don't end up with massive queues. If we do, we'll just have to move where the trains are. Where the last stop is. Okay, so you get the basic idea now, guys. I'm going to put another cut in here. When we come back again, we should have all of our metro lines back up and running again. So I'll see you in a bit. Okay guys, I am back. We should have all of our metro lines now connected. And if we stay here and wait a second, we can see that is a Shamrock Line train going through. This is a City Loop train which is stopping to pick up passengers. This is an Emerald Line train going straight through. This is a South Loop. No, it's a Jade Line train, sorry. That's a Jade Line train going straight through. This is a City Express clockwise train going straight through. This is a North Loop clockwise train going through. This is a City Express anti-clockwise train going through. You can sort of see where this is going now, don't you? This is a South Loop train going through. What's next? Anyone want to guess? City Express clockwise. Have we already had that one? I swear we've already had that one. And that's a Shamrock Line, which again I'm sure we've already had. That's worrying. That's a City Express anti-clock. We've definitely had one of those already. That's a City Loop clockwise again to stop and pick up passengers. That's a South Loop train. I think there's something a bit wrong with the timetabling here. But look at this. We got a bit of queues waiting for some of these depots. But overall, look at how they're all dispatched. They come out almost rhythmically in lines. It's really, really cool. And then there's a little point here where they all meet, and you can see already they're starting to bunch up a little bit. One always gets out. In this case it's a City Express train before the City Loop train arrives, and then that one goes out, and then all the rest sort of gather up and fight amongst themselves as to who goes when. We've had a couple of little game glitches like trains randomly stopping at junctions, but apart from that, this system seems to be working quite nicely. I've taken it so that all the local lines stop on the top and all the express lines stop underneath. And it seems to be working so far. It seems to be a very efficient, quick working system. And also, another small change I've made, the city shuttle line is now the line that stops at all these intermediate stations along here. You can see city shuttle. And the express loops go straight through this and stop at these express platforms, and the shuttle stops at the outside platforms. And I just thought, it's called the city shuttle, so we might as well make it actually do something that's shuttle based rather than just I've forgotten what that loop's for now. Oh, I remember what that loop's for. Yes, I remember what that loop's for. I completely forgot about that. Let's take out that stop. We'll put that one back in, and then we'll put this depot in. There we go. So now they should be looping around quite nicely. We got some passengers on board. Everything seems to be running smoothly. We've got loads of passengers here waiting to go back into the city centre. That seems to be the case at a lot of these stops. You can see there how many people there are waiting to go back in. We have a very, very popular line system being built up here. And again, if we go back to the hub here, so far, at least, with all lines running, there are no queues. I have only just reopened the City Express loop lines though, so queues might gather up as time goes by, but for now, we have a really, really good system. City Shuttle goes along this top section. I was going to have it go along the bottom, but it was very, very difficult. And you can see actually here where I've had to build other little spur lines that go around and stuff, just so that trains who are in the express line here can actually get onto the local loop line bit here, and then onto this line here, and then through that waypoint, and then off back towards the depot. And if we come back towards the depot, you can see there's little to no impact on the city loop once it's got passengers on board. To get to here, you see it has to stop and wait for one train. No trains are running late at the moment. Everything seems to be working smoothly, and that is really, really pleasing to see. So what I'm now going to do in this section, I was requested to build a trolley line on this part. I think I asked you guys, I think it was 4 episodes ago, what you guys wanted to see over here, and someone asked for a trolley. So I'm going to delete these 2 stops because I've decided this is no longer going to be the bus hub for this area. That's going to be built somewhere else, and I'm trying to think where. So I think if you put it all the way up there, I mean that is quite central, but I think somewhere like here is even more central, and if we take out this road completely, we can have an absolutely massive bus terminal going on. So I'm going to do that. See if I can demolish all of these buildings too. And that one, and all of these ones. Like so. All the way along like this. There we go. Now we've got to put this road back in. So I think a bus road like this, all the way across to there. Oh, hang on. Let's try and do it without tunnels and bridges, shall we? So, like that, like that, like that, like that, and like that. So it's a bit umpy bumpy up and downy, but it's also not very straight. But it'll do. It will do, because off this, we're going to have some one-way roads, this type. And we're going to build them out like that. And wait, hang on. Try this again. Like that, and like that, and then like that, and like that. And then here we're going to have one that goes to there, and round like that. That's, sorry, that was a horrible noise. I just don't like tunnels, especially when you're building things that you want buildings to appear on as well. There we go. And then I should be able to get this one in without a tunnel. Oh my goodness, come on. Ooh, yeah, it's fine. Like that, and then like that. Okay. So far so good. I was going to try and fit one more in, but I think that's actually going to be okay. Like this. And it's horrible undulations and really ugly up and downs, but try and smooth it out a little bit by putting this in. But if you ignore that, we've got a really nice little shape going on here. Just going to connect that one up like that. If some buildings spring up along here, that'll be absolutely fine. Yeah, you can see you've got some really... That's a horrible slope there. I'm going to try and rebuild that. It might be a little bit better now we haven't got... Yeah, there you go. It's slightly better. Okay, and now we're going to build some stops. So let's build one in the middle facing that way, one in the middle facing that way. And then we're going to have one there and one there. And then we're going to have one in that gap, one in that gap, one in that gap, and one in that gap. And that should be pretty cool for a little loop for us. And then for the trolley, we're going to go trolley wires like this. We're going to have a straight line there, all the way across this way, and then up this way, straight over this one, right here, and then right here. So that's that covered, and then it turns right again here, down this way, straight over this one, and then right here, across there, and join up again there. And that is our simple trolley loop. Now to find somewhere to put the depot. I've still got a problem with bus depot 5. I'm going to have a look at that, actually, because that's not good at all. That's really, really bad. Where the heck am I going to put this depot as well? Maybe up in this gap here? Tricky. Let's try that. Yeah, I say that. Let's think of something else first. I've just realised that might not be the best place to put it. Right, hang on. We've got some metro depot problems here as well. Yeah, this bus depot, look, I'll show you what's happened. For some reason... Wait, hang on. How many buses have we got there? Oh, we need more than 50. So we've got 29 add 25, that's 54. And then another 14, that's 68. So it's 81 we need. So we need at least another 30 of the Comet Suns. So let's buy them. Where are they? Comet Sun. These ones. So we need at least another 30 of these. And then let's get another 10. Just to be extra secure. So that should be enough now. What happens here though is it gets gridlocked and then it blocks all the trains running as well, which becomes a real issue. So I'm not quite sure how to fix that problem. Maybe adjusting which stops they go to. That could probably be the easiest way. You see here, it's trying to pull out, there's people crossing, and then it ends up just getting gridlocked. And then there's buses that try to turn into here, which then block the way for buses trying to get out of here, and it all just becomes one big massive clog, and it's horrendous to watch. So if it gets to that state again, then we'll fix it. But for now, we're okay. What we do need to do is desperately plan out where this depot is going to go, and actually get this up and running. We've got some buildings springing up around it though, which is pretty cool. And if we zoom out, that is roughly smack bang in the middle of all this. And we've got this huge area here that's starting to be built up, which we could end up having a tram link running down as well, because that'll be Kind of cool, having a tram running along the front here as well. Not really sure where it's going to go once it reaches here. That's the only issue. We've actually got some traffic problems here as well. And we've got some huge queues for the Carmine line. So we might have to revise that as well. Wow, there are a lot of people waiting for the Carmine line. How busy does it get in the city? Quite busy. Okay, I think the solution to that is to run more trains. So let's set this up as well. What is its timetable? So I'd say if we halve all of these, take this one down to half an hour, and take this one down to half an hour as well. So that means we now need 48, and at the moment we have 35. These are Scanditram Nuovos, so let's buy some of them. That's a Scanditram Universe, that's a Scanditram Nuovo. Let's buy another 25. So that takes the total up to 60, and we need 48, so that's fine. Did not mean to click that. There we go. Sorted. Right. We have a queue of metro trains currently waiting to leave the depot, but that is... Actually, these ones are waiting to go into the depot. That could create a problem on this section. And that's something that I was afraid of when I was building these new entrance roads. Although at the moment it seems to be sorting itself out. One leaves every now and then anyway, so... Yeah. That one's a bit knackered, so that's going to have to go get serviced. Let's not worry about that for now. Let's worry about more pressing matters. Like the fact that actually I might just put buses running between this, and I'll keep the trolley wire, but I won't use it as for that line. What I'm going to do instead is from here I'm going to run it up this way and this way up to... Actually, am I going to do that? No, I'm not. I'm going to get rid of that one. Instead, from here I'm going to turn it into this road, run it straight across the end of the freeway there, straight across here. Is that built? Yes, it is. Run it onto this avenue, all the way down towards the bottom, like so. Yeah, I'm just going to do one big loop, I think. So, across this bit, across this bit. Let's... No, I'm going to have to keep that as is. That shouldn't be a problem if it runs across like that. And then from here it runs all the way through. This goes across. Yeah, I thought it did. If I run that down there, would I be able to run that straight over, or is that one way? Or I could run it up there. Okay, I'm going to do that. So from here I'm going to run it down here, and then I'm going to run it up this road like this, and then straight up this road. So it goes underneath this bridge like this, and then I'm going to turn it right. No, I'm not. That's one problem I have at the moment, is I don't quite have enough streets, which is why I've constantly delayed this, because it's so difficult to put a relatively flat, straight street into this part of the city. What I can do is turn that in like that. And there you go, that's a basic loop. Wow, we have got a lot of trains running through here. We're going to have even more passengers arriving and departing soon once we've got all this linked up. And the freeway is going to suffer for this actually, because it has quite a lot of cars. You see there's quite a bit of traffic flow going on at the moment, whereas once this is all finished there's going to be stops all along here, and it might lose its popularity a little bit. Let's actually put the stops in. So we're going to need one here, like that, and then we're going to need another one. I'm actually going to put it here just before the turning, and then I'm going to put another one there, and another one there, and a final one just here. And once we get on this main avenue, let's have one there, which is roughly halfway down. We'll have another one there. One just after that junction. And then another one just before this junction. And then one here. One there. One there, although I don't think it'll get used that often. One here. And one here. Now this one should sort of connect with that one, and it'll stop us having to run more vehicles through that hub. And if that one fails, we'll have one here as well, so they can walk down the street and connect to that one. And then we'll have another one here, and then a final one there. Now I still need to find somewhere to put this depot. I'm wondering if I can squeeze it on this ledge. Not quite. I can put it here though. Or if I put it somewhere like... I don't know, I'm trying to think of somewhere where I can use a lane of traffic as like a queuing area. Excuse me, my throat. Absolutely terrible. Excuse me. Right, what I am going to do is, from here, I'm going to build a loop. A wire loop like that. And that's going to turn into this. And then from here, it's going to be straight down like that. To this point. And then it's going to be like that. And like that. And like that. And final one here like that. And then I'm very tempted to use this one-way system to my advantage. And pop it maybe something like that. That could work. Or no, it won't fit there. So here's a good place. Or have it... where's the... Is that the entrance? Like that. That should fit there. And then have bus lane like... Okay, that's not going to work. In that case, we'll go back to how we had it just now. Something like that. And then hope that the traffic here isn't too much of a problem. In fact, will it fit there? It'd be cool if it fitted there, but it doesn't look like it's going to. So we're going to have to do it like this. I'd say like that. And then from here, get a wire coming out onto that bit, and then from here onto this bit, onto this bit, and then straight over like that. And then on this side, it's going to come into this lane, and then this lane, and then this lane, and then that lane, and then I'm going to have to do some jigging around here. So I'm going to have to delete that one. In fact, let's delete that one and that one as well, because then we'll have it go from here to that one, and then to that one, and then from that one over there like that. And then from this one, we're going to have it go over here. Wait, not that one. We're going to have it go into this one, and then into this one. Oh wait, did I want it to go that way? Yes, I did. Dolt. Alright, I'm going to rebuild this one how I want it first. So it's going to go there. And then from here it's going to go across to, I think, this middle lane. And then it's going to go into this far outside lane. And then from there it's going to curve into its depot like that. And that's a horrific turn, but it's one that it's going to do. Meanwhile, this one is going to run into the second from the right, and then the far right, and then the outside one. And then we'll get rid of that bit, and we'll get rid of that bit. That should now be running smoothly. And they don't need to worry about the crossover there, because only one lot will be let go at any one time because of the traffic lights. Perfect. These buses racing again. 2 Maya line buses, and there's the trolleys as well, and there's another Maya line bus. They shouldn't be getting caught up in the traffic like this. In fact, what is the Maya line's wrong thing? What is the Maya line's timetable? I think I can, yeah, I think I can reduce the number of buses we need. Maybe like 1 an hour. That's probably going to cause horrendous problems back at its depot. But we're going to do this, 1 an hour. Like that. That's absolutely fine. Right, now we're going to plan out this trolley line. What are we going to call it? City West Loop, I'm planning on calling it. Like that. And then it's going to go depot. And then it's going to go to yeah, this stop. And then it's going to start its loop. So it's going to go, just realised we could probably do with one sort of there as well. Pick up as many passengers as is absolutely possible. So we've got one there, there, there. Oops, I forgot to timetable it. Needs to do that as well. There and there. And then that one. Let's zoom out a bit. That one, that one. All the way around like this. Although now I've seen this bit as well. Could I have perhaps made it go round this bit, and then back this way? Do you know what? Yes. So we'll temporarily remove... We'll keep that stop in place, because chances are we'll end up needing it. Whoa, did not mean to place that bit. Expensive mistakes. It's a good thing that we've got lots of money. Otherwise I really would be in trouble. The amount of mistakes I made whilst doing the metro as well, it's agonising. Cursing and swearing at yourself because you can't put something in the right place. Alright, we'll put that there. And then we'll put one... We'll put one at the beginning of this curve, and we'll put one towards the end, sort of there. And then we'll have another one there, and then a final one there. Now we'll go back to adding stops. So it was there, 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 and there. Cool. And then we'll carry on with the loop. It's like this, all the way back up to there, and then back to its depot all the way down here. There we go. Not enough vehicles. Well, let's timetable it first, shall we? We'll copy it from the Cobalt line. That's been our long, faithful line. Very first line we ever built. Max vehicles needed 22. So let's buy... Let's go for these ones, and we'll buy 25 of them. Oops. 25, there we go. Now they're off and running. Ah, we appear to have a queue of metro vehicles. And it's all because of this depot here. The depot that apparently needs 45 vehicles, but doesn't. So let's get rid of... Get rid of 10 of those. Although I think I got rid of... Oh no, I did get rid of 10. So that should now ease that queue, because that's now starting to affect passengers trying to run round on the city loop lines, and we don't want that at all. I don't like the fact that the biggest capacity is 12. I really wish I could bring in a rule set to stop that from happening. It won't let me. Graphics, audio, controls and MISC are my options. So I can't bring in any rule sets, which is really annoying. But what I am going to do is save the game, so that I don't overwrite my data again, because that is so annoying when that happens. I haven't done it for a long time in this city. Okay. Give me 1 sec, guys. I need to fix this. Okay, guys. I'm back, and I have some bad news. The game did crash. It didn't save before it crashed, so we've actually lost the trolley system that we've just put in. But as annoying as that is, I'm not too upset about that fact, because what that does mean is I actually have something to do in the next episode. There will be an episode 101. Of course there will be. Why wouldn't there be? What we do need to do, though, is first of all sort this out, because that looks horrendous. And I put out in a video, I think it was a week ago now, what you guys wanted to see in episode 100. One person replied with build the trolley, which is what I've done. Another person replied with about adjusting the metro, which is what I've done. That was Felix Train, I believe. And it was also he who suggested that I did a tour of all my existing lines. So I'm going to do that instead. I'm going to do a brief history of Central City. And we start here, the Majeffrey Central Hub, which I don't think any of these stops actually have the names anymore. I think the only ones that do are, yeah, these bus stops. These tram ones don't anymore. So it's just the bus stops and the top level of metro stations, I think. Although even these might not anymore. These ones do. That one doesn't. That one does. So yeah. This is the hub. The first thing we built was the bus lines. And I'll show you on the list actually, the first ones we built. Cobalt A and B, Celeste A and B. They are the first lines that we built. And you can see where they loop. They go sort of around this area, up as far as this point here, and as far as... In fact, they go all the way up to the north tip, and then run round and come back again. After we built that, we then built 2 tram lines. We built one that came out of the depot here, and then went north to the very top at this depot here. We then built one that went south, same thing on this avenue, all the way down to this depot here. Although this depot's moved a couple of times over the last however long this series has been going on for now, about 2-3 months I think this one's been going for. They were the maroon line and the scarlet line, I think they were. And then over time they evolved. We added some northern extensions. We built what's now the Alizarin North on this side. We built what's now the Carmine North on this side. And then we built this one here, which is the Carmine South. And we built as far as this area here, and this was the Alizarin South, or what's now the Alizarin South. But the Alizarin line used to go all the way along here, up this way, used to join onto the main network here, and then run up, and then run along this bit into its depot up here. They then got split in half, and then we ended up with the Alizarin North and the Carmine North, because the maroon line, and what is now the strawberry line, became the dominant north to south tram line. You can see it runs from the very south of the South Island to almost the very north of the North Island. And it's probably one of my least talked about lines now, the Maroon line. It makes a lot of money. The Strawberry line I'm sure doesn't make as much, although it does still make quite a nice profit. But it was an experiment that worked. I decided to split the lines up. I actually put a video out where I asked you guys what you thought I could do. Not many people responded to that one as well, by the way, so I'm a little bit disappointed about that. But I took it upon myself to split the line up. So the alizarin line used to join up here and go down. You can actually see the existing, the old connection. Now it runs straight across to its new terminus. Same with the Carmine line. You can see where it used to join to the main network. Now that one runs straight across. Traffic issues here have been solved. That was also done by adding this underground section, which now goes to stations under there and also up here for the Maroon line, although they're very rarely used. And then we built the monorail after we built the trams, and we had two lines, same as the trams. We had one that went north, which is the Nectarine line, and one that went south all the way down and actually looped around this little area here. You can see though, this little area here is now gone, or this bit that links these two up, and that's because, again, to try and save on train space and keep things running, I actually shortened the Tangerine line. It used to go straight across here, run through the middle of the freeway. What it now does is branches off this way, comes all the way to the west side of this island, and then after this stop here splits in half. Half of it loops around here, connects with the southern end of this island, and the other half runs straight through the middle and provides a link with the metro here, the monorail, the tram here, the metro here, and it was going to be a bus connection here, but that didn't actually happen. But we got another metro connection here, so that's pretty cool. What used to be where the Tangerine line used to go, I will talk about in a minute. We have a third monorail line, and that's this one, the orange line. And that one runs straight across here, through this island, or this part of the city, missing out stops on the way now. And again, they were taken out to encourage bus growth around here, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. Goes via this hub, and that runs around what used to be the Tangerine line's loop. And you can see it connects with the metro up there. Doesn't actually connect with anything else down here, but if we come back this way, there's a nice little connection to the alizarin south here. So that's really cool as well, and that works absolutely fine. Then did come the metro, but I'm going to leave that till last, because that's the bit that's constantly expanding. This section, the water bus, it's kind of popular and it kind of isn't. I don't like the water bus because of the way it always clogs up. You always have to reset lines. It becomes very, very frustrating. But if you actually look around the city, it is very well used. There's 100 people waiting there, there's 100 people waiting there, there's a fair amount waiting here. All of these water buses actually have people on board. We have a nice little shuttle between these two parts of the city here. Got a nice little bit that loops around and takes passengers to here. And it all works really, really well, and it all looks really, really good. Trolleys, I've sort of counted with buses really, but we have we got three main trolley lines. There's the Violet line, which loops around this part of the city. You can see roughly the way of the route by the way the trolleys are going. That was just because I hadn't actually built trolley lines at that point in this city, and I decided that we needed one, so I just sort of put that in on a whim. There's been a few times where I've debated replacing it with a bus, but it works quite well as a trolley, so I've left that in place. We have this trolley line here, the indigo line. No, sorry, this is the violet line, and that runs across the surface of the water here via 3 stops underground here, which connect with the monorail at this one, nothing here, and the metro and the monorail here, and then it runs to this hub here, which is actually quite popular. There's a lot of people waiting to get the bus back, so that's really, really popular as well. And then we have a third one which runs via a tunnel. Where's the tunnel? Here. Comes out here and then runs in a straight line all the way up here, does a little one-way system bit there, and then goes through this hub, and that is the Mauve line. I've already talked about tram, so the last one to talk about is metro. And we have 4 depots lined up here, and we have a 5th depot which sits right the way down at the bottom here. Now this is the city shuttle. It literally does a south of the city to the hub and then back again via a little loop which is actually quite a cool little loop, keeps things flowing. And then we have these 4 lines, or these 4 depots which have 2 lines each. So we have a total of 9 metro lines. I think that's right. 11 metro lines. Have I miscounted a depot somewhere? Oh yes, I have miscounted a depot some. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Which one have I missed out? Oh, there's one there as well. Ignore me. I'm losing my mind. It's how long I've been recording this episode for. So yes, these 4 are local and express trains. This one is a local stopping train that stops at every single stop in an entire loop of the city, including this little stretch up here. It then branches off and goes through this part here, under this monorail hub, which is why some of these monorail stations were taken out as well. It then runs via a little hub here, a little hub here, quite an important hub here, but not that important. This is the important one, and this is the one where the buses are really blocking up the road as well, so we're going to have to look at that. I'm going to do that off camera, because it's stopping trains from being able to flow. Although having said that, it's people walking across that's stopping the trains from being able to run through. That's absolutely nothing to do with the buses. Maybe we just don't have enough buses going in and out of the depot at the moment. We'll sort that out. Like I said, I'll sort that out off camera. There's another little depot hubby sort of thing there. There's one there. There's another one here. This seems to be the main one, although it isn't actually the main one in terms of passenger flow. Not yet, anyway. It might get added to the express loop if it becomes big. But for now, I am actually going to count this as our new hub, because I tried to rebuild it from about half an hour ago, I think it was now, and it didn't work, as you saw. I actually built it. I wasn't that happy with the way it looked, the hub. I just decided to have it somewhere a bit more central. But I mean, this is kind of central, and it's already on the metro, and it's quite well spaced out as well. So we'll definitely reconsider that. But then we have our metro hub, and for those of you who like civil engineering and like seeing trains flowing and things like that, get ready, because this is quite impressive, I think. We have a multi-level hub. Now this was under the advice of, I think again it was Felix Train. He said to have all your lines split up so that no 2 lines run on the same track. And I sort of met on a compromise with that one, because as good as an idea as that sounds in keeping your trains flowing, I like the idea of being versatile, so at any moment I can switch which trains run on which line. So with a couple of exceptions, due to the fact that, like this for example, both tracks only come off the local line and not the express line. If you exclude that, we actually have it possible so that every single train coming down this track can run into every single platform in this 16 platform station. And that's quite a lot, 16 platforms. If you think about it, King's Cross in London, which I used to think was the biggest station in London, but I know now it's not by a long stretch, but that's only got 11 platforms. St Pancras, which is just across the road, I think has 13 platforms, 15 if you include the Thameslink ones below. Waterloo has 25 platforms, and that's the biggest station in the country. So the fact that this, but I think Waterloo's the biggest in the country, it's certainly the biggest in London. This is 16 platform, and it is just a through hub. Every train that stops leaves in the same direction that it arrived in. And I've gone for a similar thing to what I have here with the trams, but on a much larger scale. It's not a terminus like the monorail one is, and that little loop, by the way, was because we had more trains than could fit in the depot, so we had to build a loop so that they wouldn't be queuing back through the station. But look at how many people, 140 on that train, 100 and something what came on that train, 100 and something came in on that train. It is ridiculous the number of passengers we have arriving on trains at any one time. And in fact, if I come above ground again and zoom in on this path, this is the busiest pedestrianised area of our city. Just look at the huge clumps of people. Every single one of these buildings in this area, like this one, look how many lines serve it. And these are all the lines that are just within the view right now. It is crazy how many people are using our services now. And if you look at our cash flow, that's a crazy number as well. That's dropped quite significantly actually. That was at 700,000 not that long ago. We're losing a bit of money with the water buses, and I think we're losing a bit with the trolley as well, which is a bit odd. We can always fix that though by putting up ticket prices or reducing employee wages, but I'd rather not do that if possible. If you also look, you can see that there's some platforms that haven't got lines assigned to them yet. So there's this one here, and there's this one directly below it, and I think there's also, yep, there's one here, and that one there. They will be filled. I have got plans for more metro lines. Actually, the one last thing I wanted to tell you guys was the reason why the Tangerine line got moved and now does something completely different is because, see, this metro line runs all the way through the centre of this freeway. This is where the Tangerine line used to come round. This freeway, this bit over this side, didn't used to exist. If those of you who've played the Central City, you'll know that this freeway used to just curve around, meet up again there, and carry on flowing. I then decided to build this part of the city. This is all me. I built this city from scratch, and I extended this bit where this freeway curves, where this avenue curves around. That's all me. And all of these curvy road sections here, that's all me. This avenue was all me, and all of this area up here as well was all built by me. And this will be expanded. There'll be more streets running across, and eventually it will start to look a little bit like what's over here. But that's going to take some time to do that because there's a lot of land in the way. There's lots of slopes and tunnels and bridges and things like that. So I'm not counting my chickens on that one just yet. But I am thrilled, guys. This city is so much better than what I thought it would be when I started. Absolutely thrilled. Oh yes, I was in the middle of explaining. Because I rebuilt this freeway, the metro now runs through the middle of it here, which meant that the monorail couldn't run on top. That's why the monorail got moved. But yeah, I'm absolutely thrilled with this city. I'm really, really pleased of how well it's going. I'm very, very pleased with the support that I'm getting from you guys in me building this. It is always nice to know that there's people out there who enjoy what you're doing. I'm just going to try and fix this quickly. All of your comments have been nice. No one's really been displeased with how I've decided to go about things, which again is absolutely fantastic. Really does mean a lot when people say nice things about what you've been working on. And I'm just really, really pleased with how this is going. Really, really pleased. I've got so many more ideas that I want to implement in. Brand new tramways, new metro lines, new monorail lines. Talking of metro, I saw that there was a queue for this depot, which was causing a bit of an issue out on the main line. So let me just fix that. That should be 10 that I just got rid of. Yes. So it says here that we need 63. So I bought 65, and yet there's loads waiting outside. So I might as well just sell a few, because we had quite a queue going back. We don't really want that, because this is all 2-track here. So all these express trains and stopping trains that come through here with passengers on board used to have to stop and wait. And that was one of the bad effects of building this loop like I have done. But when it works, and it works well, see here all these trains are slowly working their way out onto the track. Although that one isn't in the best of conditions, so I don't know what's going on there. Might see that one break down. Let's reset that line, shall we? Stop that from happening. There we go. Right. Well, this has been the 100th episode, guys. It's a very, very long episode. I've decided that I'm probably going to split it into a few chunks so that it will spread across a couple of episodes. And it might sound a bit dodgy that I've decided to do that, but if anyone sits down and watches this for, I think it's 3 hours this has gone on for now, they deserve a medal. So I think it's better if I do split it up into its components. Roughly along the lines of when I sat down and actually started recording. I was supposed to record this throughout the week as well, but some other things in my life got in the way of that a little bit. So I do apologise for that, because I feel the content of this has been affected slightly. But I will make it up to you guys over the next few episodes. So like I said, this has been the 100th episode. I've done a lot of rebuilding of my network. I've taken a lot of what you guys have said into account as well whilst I've been doing it. I'm going to leave with a nice shot of all these trains going through this station, because it's actually one of my favourite views of the city right now. I have 2 favourite views of the city. There's this one, and my other favourite one, I'll show you that one, is over here. If you get right in, like this, and you pan the camera down like that, and you zoom in as far as you can, that is just beautiful. That is absolutely fantastic. You see the trains going across, you see the buses go by, all the people, most of which are wearing hard hats, by the way, so they're mostly workers, these guys. Won't let me select any of them. There you go, blue collar, blue collar, blue collar. There are a lot of them are workmen, and it's because they take the metro to the next stop, which is, or I think it's 2 stops over, which is the industrial area of the city. But anyway, I am digressing. I do take a lot of what you guys say into account, and a lot of what I've done with my network has been affected by that. So, you know, if someone suggests that I split my lines up, I try and do that. If someone asks me to make a trolley line, I try and do that. Or a tram line, I try and do that. Someone suggested that I split the tramway up the way I did, so I went ahead and did that. And I'm actually very, very pleased that they gave me that advice, because it works really, really nicely. So thank you very much to whoever that was. I can't actually remember off the top of my head, and I'm sorry about that. But you have saved my city by doing that, because we had such bad traffic problems with the tram. It was unbelievable. So thank you so much for that piece of advice, because it really did work. Apart from that, guys, I think this is going to be the end of this episode. So thank you very much for watching the 100th episode of Cities in Motion 2. Thank you very much for watching the previous 99. For those of you who have done that, I understand that not everybody has, and that's absolutely fine as well. You're more than welcome to join episode 1, 2, 60, whenever. You could join on episode 100 as well if you like. Welcome to those of you who are watching this one, and it's the first one that they've seen. And again, thank you very much for watching. Now I'm going to do my end of video spiel, so here we go, guys. Thank you very much for watching. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, be sure to click the subscribe button. If you have already subscribed to my channel, thank you guys for your continued support. Don't forget to leave this video a like if you enjoyed watching it, and give it a share as well so that your friends can enjoy it too. And until next time, I will see you soon.